radio. I'm supposed to call you, but I don't know what to say at all. And there's this girl, she wants me to take her home. She don't really love me though, I'm just on the radio. And I'm not gonna tell you that I'm over it, 'cause I think about it every night, I'm not sober. I know I keep these feelings to myself, but I don't need nobody else. But you're not the only one on my mind. If I'm being honest, I'm so far away from you. I don't wanna let you down. What am I supposed to do? It's been 3 weeks at least now since I've been gone, and I don't even like the road. I'm just on the radio. And I'm not gonna tell you that I'm over it, 'cause I think about it every night, I'm not sober. I know I keep these feelings to myself, but I don't need nobody else. But you're not the only one on my mind. If I'm being honest, tell you that I'm over it, 'cause I think about it every night, I'm not sober. I know I keep these feelings to myself, but I don't need nobody else. But you're not the only one on my mind. If I'm being honest, you said I should be honest, so I will be
Good morning and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would jump on and show you guys definitely one of my favorite things that I actually got for my birthday last month. So one of the things I've really been interested in improving this year is trying to be a little bit more natural or just consume more natural products, and a really great place to start, and definitely the place I'm the worst at the moment, is makeup. Kind of reading the back of like the ingredients, a lot of makeup that I'm currently using and a lot of makeup that is commercially available does have a lot of really not natural ingredients, which when you think about it, your skin is your biggest organ. So what you put on your skin is literally what you're putting into your body. So for my birthday, I asked for some natural makeup and I got gifted this by Raww Cosmetics. So Raww Cosmetics, they're an Australian brand, Australian made, Australian owned. Their whole thing is natural superfoods infused into their makeup, which is pretty cool. So they've got things like coconut water and like berries and like acai and all sorts of stuff that like sounds delicious. But basically all of their makeup is natural, certified cruelty free and superfood infused. And so on their website, they have this ingredient promise. And it basically says that they've got no parabens, no talc, no bismuth oxychloride, no nanoparticles, no animal testing, no synthetic fragrance, no chemicals, no LSL or SLES, no sulfates, no petrochemicals, and no BS. So I don't even know what half of those things are literally, but none of them sound good for you. They're certified cruelty-free, certified organic, made in Australia, totally vegan. So I'm super excited. I have been wearing them for the last month and I've absolutely been loving their stuff. So I thought I'd jump on and show you guys what it looks like. I got a couple of things from them. I got the Wildberry Nourish Foundation with coconut water, wildberry harvest, raw cacao, and rosehip oil. And so that's their foundation. It looks like this. And I got it in the shade Honey, which is definitely one of their darker shades, and I'm not necessarily that dark. So in terms of shade range, they could have a little bit more to offer. They've got 6 shades listed on their website, but it does retail for $34.99 for 30 mils, which is pretty reasonable. I also got this From the Earth Loose Mineral Powder, and I got that in the shade Honey as well, and this one retails for $34.99 and the shade range is the same. And the last thing I got was this lip color. This is the Coconut Kiss lipstick. I got this in the shade Pomegranate Parade, which is super pretty there. I really like the color. It is nice, simple, and it's super easy to wear on a day-to-day, and I think it goes with my complexion quite well. So this one is enriched with coconut oil, mango butter, and sweet orange oil to nourish and refine the texture of the lips. So I thought I'd give them a crack, pop them on, and let you see what they look like. I am loving them so far, and hopefully you guys will as well. For the foundation, one pump has been doing me fine. I like to pop it on using my fingers and a beauty blender. I did try popping it on with my foundation brush, and it was a hot mess. It kind of separated because it is, if you can see, it's kind of thick, a little bit like a mousse as opposed to super liquidy. So I've just been kind of popping the pump on and kind of rubbing it on my face, and then just kind of going in with the beauty blender to blend it in. And sorry, my mirror's there. But I think it does offer pretty good coverage. It's definitely closer to a BB cream than a full coverage foundation, but I do think it still gives pretty good coverage. You can kind of see the difference there. This cheek does have it on, this cheek doesn't. So it does look really natural and doesn't look super cakey at all, which I really like, but it does give just like that little bit of color and just kind of smooths everything out. And so that's kind of the finish with the foundation on. I've used most of that pump, and I'm just going to go in with the little bit that's left and kind of add additional coverage under my eyes, and down here I do have blemishes. And so that's the look. So far, I really like the foundation. I think the key is definitely applying it with a beauty blender. It just sits really nicely on the skin, and I feel like it just kind of complements your natural complexion and just does add that little bit of coverage. You can kind of see on this side, so this is where I do have at the moment a couple of blemishes, and I think it's done a pretty good job of covering them considering it's just a foundation and it's not a concealer. And this one was, where is it? There. This one was pretty red and angry looking, and so I'm quite happy with how that's come out. Next, I will of course go in with the powder to set all of that. So the powder is a loose mineral powder, which I personally prefer. They do have a pressed powder, but I just find I like the loose powders better. And this one's infused with coconut, goji berry, cranberry, and kaolin clay to refine the texture and appearance of the skin. And this one is SPF 15 as well. It comes in this cute little pot. I did get honey as well, and you've got the kind of inside little bit like that, so I just like tip it upside down and give it a whack, which pulls out some of the actual product. So I actually find the powder to be much more high coverage than the foundation itself, and interestingly enough I did get the same shade in both, but I find the powder to be a lot darker than the actual foundation. So while I think the foundation is the perfect color, I probably could have gone a shade lighter in the powder, but it still works really well. So And so that's it with the base. That's kind of how my blemish has come up, which I think it's pretty well covered. Yeah, I really like the coverage. I really like how it sits and how it looks like your skin, but better. And it doesn't look super cakey or like, I don't know, I find some foundations just like bunch up and you can tell that you're wearing them, or they go like really like clumpy. But I find these sit really well. I really like the way they feel, and they make me feel like I'm doing something better for my skin. The best thing that I actually notice is how they wear. So I'll try and jump back on at the end of the day and you can kind of see the way they sit. But I find with normal foundation, it doesn't matter if I use primer or setting spray or whatever, after a long day at work, you come back home and kind of think, ooh, like all of the places where you don't want it to come off, it has come off, and then everywhere that it doesn't need to be, it is like clumped and still looks cakey. So you look like you're wearing a shit ton of makeup and you still have bad skin, which is like the absolute opposite of what you're going for. So I find these at like 8 p.m. after I've come home, I've cooked dinner, I've eaten, and I've been lounging around. I'll go to take my makeup off and I'm like, that actually still looks really good. So I think they do wear really well, and I think that probably has a lot to do with them being quite natural. I am going to chuck on some eyebrow stuff. So this isn't Raww Cosmetics because they only have a pencil, and I do prefer a pot, but I think I might give their pencil a go. And then before I jump in with the lipstick, I am just going to go in with a lip liner. Again, Raww does do lip liners. I didn't grab one just because of price, but I will probably pick one up now that I do know how much I like their stuff. But with that, I'm just going to go in with the Coconut Kiss lipstick. So this one does retail for $24.99 or 25 bucks, which is not bad for a lipstick, but considering how cheap you can get them, I was a little bit like, ooh, but it is really nice and it does feel really nice. It doesn't feel like at the end of the day when you take off your lipstick and you take like half your lips off with it. You definitely don't get that at all with this. So looks really natural, it sits really well, and yeah, really enjoying Raww Cosmetics. So would recommend you check them out. If you do try them out, definitely let me know. And let me know what you guys get. And if anyone tries any of the different lipstick shades, I would love to see what they look like on you guys, because I don't know which shade I want to get next, but I'm thinking something that's a little bit different from the pink. Okay, so it is a little bit dark, but if I leave it any longer, the sun will set and we will just have no light at all. But it is now 7:30. It has been like a good 12 hours since I put this makeup on, and I have literally not even touched it up once. The only thing that's come off is the lipstick, which is to be expected because it is just a bullet lipstick and I couldn't be bothered to reapply it. But overall, I'm super happy with it. I think the coverage of the makeup is still amazing and it feels great on the skin. So 10 out of 10 review. I'm definitely going to purchase more, and I would love to hear your recommendations if you have any of the Raww range, or if there are any other natural makeup ranges that you guys really enjoy. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. I know I keep these feelings to myself.